applause. Let's start the morning with energy. And let me introduce the first speaker. The topic is recent trends, collaboration and integration via automation. For the same, I would like to introduce Mr. Gunjan is a seasoned professional with 21 plus years of strategic leadership experience, specializing in supply chain digital transformation. Certified by ISM, Gunjan excels in SCM, business process improvement and program management, skilled in demand planning, digital integration and cost saving strategies. Gunjan drives profitability and operational excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Gunjan Sharma, Global SCM Transformation Head, STL at Sterlite Technologies Limited.
Hello. All right. Good morning, everyone. So in the morning when I was starting, my daughter asked me, Papa, you are going to speak about transformation. How about a personal one? So she was commenting on reduce your weight. I was like, not a good topic to talk about in the morning. All right. Cool. So there has been a lot of uproar about supply chain transformation and linking transformation to a lot of, you can say that people now say transformation is not just like improving process nowadays. It's something where you have to connect to the business. You have to improve profitability, add to the bottom line, see how you can actually reduce the effort of the people. So when in our company, we went on to a journey of, let's say, improving the lives of the people, then we said that it will be transformation. So transformation nowadays is business enabler, but at the same time, it is also enabler where we say that we are making a difference in people's lives. And how? It's not about that we operate efficiently, it's also about we reduce the effort of human being. So we started the journey with a soft note saying that it's not transformation yet. We will start with analytics. So first we'll go into supply chain analytics. Then we'll be able to see what exactly our situation is. Then we get onto a transformation journey and eventually we will also capture AI. So I am starting with very basic presentation, but at the same time, I will also explain some of the case studies which we found, where we failed, where we had our success, and eventually how did we seed our function. So when this role was given to me, let's say around 2 years back, I was pretty devastated that despite of me having cool experience in SNOP, where I did automate SNOP well, I also had good experience in warehousing, logistics. So why this role is coming to me? So I was looking very down upon this role, and I didn't realize at that time that this role could have been a game changer for me, a lifesaver for me. So what I learned during 2 years perhaps was a capsule of what I learned in last 20 years. Okay, so overall 22 years of experience, 2 years of experience taught me more than what I did learn organically in last 20 years. So now, while we say that there are trends in supply chain, I did not wanted to come with cliche slides. I just wanted to tell you the slide which actually impacted me the most. I was searching, what can I do? What are the recent trends? Everybody says IoT is coming in, ChatGPT is coming in, generative AI is coming in, multiple things coming in. How do I take something for me as a company? So this is a slide by Gartner. This impacted me a lot. Very simple framework where we say, and why this impacted me, maybe this is not the slide which resonates with each one of you. It impacted me because I realized that this is resonating to the problems we have today. our supply chains were pretty disconnected. We were like in each location, we were putting emphasis, and location to location, we were not speaking. We could have leveraged a lot of synergies, which we didn't. And hence, what we did is we said that we are going to go capabilities centric. Capabilities come from humans and then later on systems. So, first of all, we'll make it human centric design. Second, as we said, that we will not call it transformation. There is sometimes, I don't know whether you resonated with me or not, but sometimes there's very negative connotation comes with transformation unless you prove yourself that yes, I have done some transformation. So we said, let's go with analytics. We'll show real-time analytics and show to people that, look, we are trying to make a difference, and hence give us the way to pave journey further for you. Third was that we will actually do something which will be sustainable. It's not like today we formed a team, 10 people, they come, do some sprint, do some challenges, do some, let's say, results, and then eventually it's not sustainable. The team goes away, disintegrates later on. So it is very, very important for a transformation function to be sustainable. And that was the biggest challenge for us, because what we did is that we had all the functions which were very, very, let's say, operational. They were safe. And this role was like just one person, you build the team, and then eventually you either disappear or you become a shining star. So we said sustainable functions, and then we said that we are not going to do anything, but we are going to do innovations. Innovation in our processes, in our systems. And for that, then we decided, what do we want? Okay. So I wanted to introduce this slide with a lot of confidence that we found this very, very resonating. Now, how did it impact supply chain today? See, the world has moved quite a lot. The pandemic, and nowadays the wars, this and that. Every day there are new scenarios which are coming in. What is happening for supply chain professionals? It is intensifying our landscape. The landscape every day is becoming more and more complex. And when I say complex, it's not like we can't operate in that, but building efficiencies and bringing effectiveness is everybody's challenge. And especially, it makes transformation a priority. And I think each one of you will resonate that you will be called into the boardroom and say, how are you contributing to the bottom line? How are you enhancing the profitability? So nowadays, supply chain are put at the center stage, and we are asked every day, why should we keep this function? How is supply chain, let's say, adding in? And a lot of time there is a push and pull on the visibility of information. Now, there was one more thing. This is like, you will find supply chain roadmap everywhere. There are multiple of Google slides. There are multiple of let's say, internet resources, which will tell you that this is how we go from A, let's say this is where we are standing, and whatever you want to do, go to B, and these are simple steps. I would say, to me, it was cliche, because I could find it everywhere. So I had to find my own way. So one of the takeaway which I had in this journey was that, boss, I cannot just copy paste any model. It would be good for any company. It would be good for some bigger companies, but me being a specialized company, I have to find my indigenous model. So first of all, we said, let's start with culture. So we started with culture and we said, okay, what do we want to really do? So we thought that first of all, let's do the reorg. While doing the reorg, we realized that SCM was not working together. And then there were a lot of coaching needed. People were very, very shy of technology, and every time they thought, if transformation is coming in, means we are going away. If robotics are coming in, AI is coming in, we are going away. But then what we tried to do is every time give them a communication, guys, it's to improve your lives. So you are not going to sit back and do your raw material planning in Excel. That's not we expect from you. You will be doing the real leveraging of your career where you are decision makers. So we'll give you a seat to your top management and you say, look, now we are ready to give you insights, and you build something out of it. So there were a lot of things. I do not want to bore you up with this, but I am just sharing a story what worked for me. Then what we also did is that these are the steps we took. Now the biggest step out of this was building talent and realizing what is the gap. So that was the major step, and the moment we had the team ready, so we reorg our supply chain. It was a very old-fashioned supply chain, and then we said, okay, as I said that we are gonna go human-centric, we divided it like, okay, this is gonna be procurement, this is gonna be logistics, this is gonna be S&OP, and we also seeded a function called transformation, initially with analytics. Now the key point in this was that we wanted to give a message that change is coming and it's not gonna go away. So many times there would be internal resistance. We had really an internal resistance where people were not ready to change. The message given was that it's gonna be definitely there. These were our major themes. We wanted to make it really, really simple and tell that these are the themes on which everybody will operate. Nobody will operate outside of this unless the function requires and told to do so. Simple targets, and the most important thing was how do we communicate our strategy in a very, very simple way. So we built just one strategy map, and we told that we are gonna balance a simple triangle: cash, cost, and service, which is driven by people. Now, this is very interesting that there were times we had our business moving to US. We were Indian-centric company. We had 70% of business in India, 30% in Europe. We had huge success in US, and suddenly we actually had 60% we grew very fast. 60% of revenue was coming from US. But what happened during that? Nobody realized that we are sending so much of material from the sea. So the mode changed, and the lead time was 65 to 90 days, and on top of that, pandemic came. So our lead times went through the roof, cost went through the roof, and nobody realized that we actually, because of this model shift, and we are shifting our geography, we are gonna pump cash in, and suddenly we were cash strapped, because cash was where? We were paying huge logistics cost, we were paying huge in inventories because inventory was on the water, and suddenly we were like cash strapped. So what do? So eventually we realized that everybody has to be trained in between this triangle: cost, cash, service, centered on people. Now, all of this, we went each and everything. So for cost, we made people responsible for all of this. So everywhere, whenever we said procurement, he will use this framework and define his KPIs there. That these are our KPIs, and nobody would be allowed to have even a single KPI outside this. We managed this change with HR, and the results. This is just, you can see that these were the dashboards we made. We made real visibility in supply chain. And this is where people who used to sit hours and hours and spend time only on, making supply chain data, they have real-time visibility now. Now, what did it drive was huge savings. One, it drove decision making. It was displaying all the necessary things to the management that, okay, transparently, end to end, if you want to see your shipment, this is where it is. If you want to see your cost at any leg, overall cost, total logistics cost is this, region-wise cost is this, each shipment-wise cost is this, customer-wise cost is this. For this salesperson, this is the cost we are putting up. So what we did was basically enabling people. Over a journey of 1.5 years, there were a lot of doubts. There were a lot of heartburn, there were a lot of push and pull, but eventually today we are in a position where people come and tell us, can you automate our data? And we have reduced, or let's say redeployed the team at least by 30%, which was, so this is one, we had savings in terms of efforts, we had savings in terms of time, and third, because we had all of this, the decision making became really easy, and in the raw material planning, we saved around 70 crores. I think in a company where the revenue is roughly around 4,500 crores, 70 crores of savings straight away adds to the bottom line. So another key thing which I wanted to actually tell in this is, while all of this was happening, one of the things which was coming in was sustainability. That, okay, all of this is fine, we are using technology, but we are also let's say expelling a lot of carbon outside. So what do we do? How do we bring green supply chain in? How do we do responsible sourcing? How do we make green logistics? So all of this, we have now partnered with a lot of people in the industry, and we have reduced our carbon emissions to the half already. By 2040, we plan that our logistics would be net zero. It's a long, let's say, timeline, around 16 years from now, but every year we are reducing 5%. I wanted to just share this story with you. I'm here to actually gel with you, understand from your experience, so let's network. Thank you, guys.
Sharing your insights, and I would request you to kindly please join on stage. And now I would request Mr. Ronak Shah to kindly step on the stage and felicitate Mr. Gunjan Sharma.